Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Again, continuing with the theme of Suicide Squad, today we are doing Enchantress. So, Enchantress being the ghost/witch character in Suicide Squad, played by Cara Delevingne, also who plays June Moon, which is the human form of Enchantress, but today we're doing her in her witch form. So, again, this is a relatively more detailed, complicated statue, but it's nothing compared to the Pokemon Go statues if you've seen them. Talking of Pokemon Go, Team Valor will be out tomorrow, famous last words, and then after that it'll be daily uploads for a week. Again, kind of putting a bit of pressure on myself here, but I'm going to try my very best to get them out. So, with that said, if you do enjoy this statue, please do not forget to leave a like at the end of the video, and let's begin. So, the blocks you'll need are the following. You'll need white stained clay, light grey stained clay, green, lime, black wool, cyan stained clay, grey wool, green wool, stone, block of coal, block of quartz, red stained clay, red wool, yellow stained clay, and light grey wool. So, if you want to grab them blocks into your inventory, that would be great. There's a fair few you need, but again, most of it, majority of it, is going to be white stained clay and your black and coal. So, let's begin. What we're going to do is find a nice empty area, this will do lovely, and we're going to start off by placing a row of 8 white stained clay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you want this facing the way the statue is going to be, because this is going to be the front of the statue, so if you want the head facing the opposite way, so this way, you're going to want to build it this way, if that makes any sense. So you want to build it the opposite way you want the face looking. So, with that said, we're going to continue working on the legs. The legs are 12 tall and 8 wide. So each layer is 8 wide, and there's 12 of them. We've done the first one. The second layer is 8 white stained clay again. So we're going to be using white stained clay as her skin tone. And if anyone's seen the film, you'll see that she's not really wearing too much. So she's got a few chains and a few like little parts covering her up a bit. But the majority of her is going to be white stained clay. Now, you could argue that she'd benefit from a more greyish skin tone, because in the film, when she's in witch form, she is very like greyish and not very human-like, but this colour isn't quite at that point, so we'll be using it for shading and detailing rather than the main majority of the character. One thing also in the film that I'm going to point out now is that you could argue the thing she's wearing is like a greeny grey colour, and I've decided to make them green. However, if you want to make them grey, you can also do that. I'll put pictures on the screen during the video when I'm doing like pause opportunities of how you can convert it to grey if you want. So we'll be doing kind of 2 forms, but I'll be teaching you how to do one, and then I'll put a picture up on the screen if you want to convert it into the other one. So that's how we're going to do things. In the video I'll be showing you how to do it green, because I did a poll on Twitter and the guys over there said green. So I'm going to do it green. And also follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames. Little plug there. So anyways, continuing with the tutorial. So the third layer is 3 white stained clay, 2 green, and 3 white stained clay. Now again, if you were doing the grey colour, I will show you a picture later on of how to convert this into the other colour. So the next layer is the exact same, 3 white stained clay, 2 green, and 3 white stained clay. So that is 4 layers so far, each layer being 8 blocks wide. The fifth layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey stained clay, 1 white stained clay, 2 green, 1 white, 1 light grey, 1 white. Again, that was the 5th layer. The 6th layer is 3 white stained clay, 2 green, 3 white. And the next layer is 2 light grey, 4 green, and 2 light grey. At this point, everything we're doing is with stained clay, but I'm not saying stained clay every time because that will drive me mental. So, the next layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 1 green, 2 lime, 1 green, 1 light grey, and 1 white. So again, this is representing her knees, and then this is her like dress. The next layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 4 green, 1 light grey, and 1 white stained clay. Again, I keep on backing up just in case you want to pause. The next layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 1 green, 2 lime, 1 green, 1 light grey, 1 white stained clay. The next layer is, again, 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 1 green, 2 lime, 1 green, light grey, white. So again, exact same as the previous layer. The next layer, which is the ultimate layer, the final layer, is 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 1 black wool, 2 lime, 1 black wool, 1 light grey, and 1 white stained clay. And at this point, the statue is 12 blocks tall, and that is our legs. Now, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. What I'm going to do, just to prove to you that it is in fact 12 tall, is show you a little trick. So, if you're on console edition, grab yourself a map. If you're on PC, press F3. What you're looking for is your Y coordinate. As you can see here in the top center of my map, you've got my Y coordinate. If I go up, I go up. If it goes down, I go down. So I'm going to stand on the floor. You can see here my Y coordinate is 5. Now let's factor in, say it's not 5. Your Y coordinate might be 10. What we're going to do is we're going to get our Y coordinate, so Y, and plus 12. So in my case, Y plus 12 equals 17. In your case, it might be 7. It might be like 7. Well, that's not possible actually. That's a bad example. It might be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It could be anything. So get your Y coordinate of your floor level and add 12 onto it, and fly up to the top of your statue and sit down. It's as simple as that. Just take a nice seat. As you can see, mine is 17. So if I take 12 off of 17, it's 5. My floor level is 5. Perfect. So that proves to you that it is in fact 12 tall, and this isn't a big lie to trick you. Again, that is her legs, the front of the legs, which is 12 tall and 8 wide. And if you want to pause, again, feel free. So, moving on, we're going to start working on the body and ultimately then the arms. So, we're going to start on the left side, and the 13th layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 black wool. Let me get that map off my inventory, clean it up a bit. 4 white stained clay, 1 black wool, and 1 white stained clay. From here, what we're going to do is go 3 blocks to the left using grey wool and 1 cyan stained clay. And we're going to do the exact same on the right side. So for the right side, we go 1, 2, 3 over to the right using grey wool and then 1 cyan stained clay. So essentially what we're doing here is marking out where the hands go. We're not actually going to be building the hands now, we're just marking out where they ultimately will go to save us time later on having to count. You can really tell I'm lazy just by all the shortcuts and corners I cut. So anyway, continuing now with the body. We're going to ignore the arms, forget they exist, we'll come back to that later on. With the body, starting in this white stained clay here, which is of course the first layer of the body, we're going to place 1 black wool. We're then going to place 2 white stained clay, 2 stone, 2 white stained clay, and 1 black wool. So that is the second layer of the body. The third layer is 2 white stained clay, 2 stone, 2 white stained clay, 2 stone, and, 1 stone. I don't know if I said 2 stone, so 1 stone, and then 2, 2, 2. And that is the third layer of the body. Got a bit carried away saying 2s there. The next layer is 1 cyan stained clay, 2 white stained clay, 2 stone, 1 white stained clay, 2 white stained clay, and a cyan stained clay. Again, that is the fourth layer of the body. The fifth layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 cyan stained clay, 1 stone, 2 white stained clay, 1 stone, 1 cyan, and 1 white stained clay. So as you can tell, there's like tons of chains all over and like random strips of like jewelry / clothing in the character in the film. So that's kind of what this is representing. The next layer is 1 white stained clay, 2 green wool, 2 white stained clay, 1 green wool, 1 lime stained clay, and 1 white stained clay. And this is coming up to the upper area of the body, and we're going to be having some hair as a 3D effect over this later on. The next layer is 1 lime stained clay, 1 green stained clay, 2 green wool, 3 green stained clay, and 1 lime stained clay. The next layer is 1 green wool, 1 green stained clay, 1 green wool, 1 lime stained clay, 1 green wool, 2 green stained clay, and 1 green wool. The layer after that is 1 green stained clay, 1 green wool, 1 lime stained clay, 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey stained clay, 2 green, and 1 lime. So as you can see, it's a bit of a mess of colours, but it comes together later on and looks super, super nice. So the next layer is 1 green stained clay, 1 lime, 2 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 1 white, 1 green wool, and 1 green stained clay. And that is the 10th layer. The 11th layer is 1 green stained clay, 1 stone, 1 white stained clay, 1 light grey, 2 white, 1 stone, and 1 green stained clay. And the final layer is 1 green wool, 1 stone, 4 white stained clay, 1 stone, and 1 green wool. So I'm going to back up a bit. I'm going to get rid of my arm, give you guys an opportunity to pause if you want to. So it should currently be looking like this. That is 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. As you can see here, this is what the legs look like so far. And then this is the upper body. So, as I said, I'm going to put pictures on screen right now showing you what it looks like if you want to build the grey version. So again, what I mean by the grey version, instead of green, it's greys, blacks, that kind of theme. So, again, if you want to change it to that, feel free to do so. Apologies, I can't teach both in the tutorial, but then the tutorial will be like twice as long, and then all the people that just want to do green are going to be upset. So instead, I thought I'd give you pictures, you guys can just pause, switch it over, it's simple enough, and then we can carry on. So, continuing now, what we're going to be building is the arms. We're going to start off on the left arm. As I said, the character is covered in a bunch of like chains and random like bits of metal. So the arms are very much like that. We're going to have a lot of crisscrossing of greys and cyans, and then we'll just have some white stained clay at the top for the shoulders. So starting off at the bottom left corner, we're going to come to the 13th layer of the statue. Again, it should be 4 blocks to the left on the 13th layer. Again, come to the 13th layer, 3 grey, 1 cyan stained clay. The next layer is 1 grey wool, and it's probably more beneficial now if I put the greys next to the whites, just to save a bit of time. 2 white stained clay, and 1 cyan. So that is the second layer. Again, the arms are 12 tall, 4 wide, we're going to be building left to right. The third layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 grey wool, 1 cyan, 1 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 grey wool, 2 white, 1 grey wool. The next layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 cyan, 1 grey wool, and 1 white stained clay, and that was the 5th layer. The 6th layer is 1 cyan stained clay, 2 white, 1 grey. The next layer is 2 grey wool, 2 cyan, and this is where we're just getting into the shoulders now. So that part was 7 blocks tall, and then the next part is 5 blocks tall. So the next part, the first layer is 4 white stained clay. The layer after that is 3 white stained clay and 1 light grey. Next layer is 1 white, 1 light grey, 1 white, 1 light grey, and that was the 10th layer. The 11th layer is 3 white and 1 light grey. And then the final layer is 1 white and 3 light grey. And that is the left arm complete. As you can see here, you've got the bottom part, which has got all chains around it and like stuff like that. And then the top part is just a bare shoulder with a bit of muck and detail on it. So, the good news is, the other side is the exact same. So if you want to mirror that, you are more than welcome to. However, I will be going for it nevertheless. So, we're going to head over to the right arm now and do the exact same. Starting on the first layer, which is the 13th layer of the build. Again, comes to the 13th layer, 4 blocks out to right, 3 grey, 1 cyan. The second layer is 1 cyan, 2 white, 1 grey. The third layer is 1 white, 2 grey, 1 white. The fourth layer is 1 grey, 2 white, 1 grey. The next layer is 1 white, 1 grey, 1 cyan, 1 white. The layer after that is 1 grey, 2 white, 1 cyan. And then the next layer is 2 cyan and 2 grey. And again, that is 7 tall, 4 wide. And then the upper section, which is the shoulder area, is 4 white. Then we have 1 grey, 3 white. The next layer is 1 light grey, 1 white, 1 light grey, 1 white. The next layer is again 1 light grey, 3 white, and then the final layer is 3 light grey and 1 white. And it gives you the exact same as the left side, as you can see here. And that is both the front of the left and right arm complete. So, it's looking really, really nice. I hope you agree. And if you do, let me know down in the comments below. But for now, I'm going to get rid of my arm again and show you what it looks like as a whole. We are still missing the 3D effect of the hair on the front, so that's what we'll be adding now. Okie dokie, so again, it should be 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide without the arms. Each arm is 12 by 4, each body part is 12 by 8. So legs and body, 12 by 8 each. So let me get my arm back, and then we're going to add the 3D hair effect. The way we're going to do this is by grabbing some black wool and some coal, and of course coming to the front side of the build. So what we're going to do is come to the top of the body here, so the layer where we've got green stone, full white stained clay, stone and green. And we're going to come to the stone. On this stone, we're going to place 2 coal, leave a 2 block gap, and then place 2 more, and it should cover up this stone. So there should be still able to see the green on either side, 2 coal on either side, and then a 2 block gap in the middle. And that's left hair, right hair. That's what I'm going to nickname them. We're going to start on left hair, and they are different, so please do consider that. Underneath these 2 coal, we're going to place 2 black wool. And underneath that, we're going to place 2 coal. From here, we're going to go 1 to the left using black wool, down 1 using coal, and to the right 1 using black wool. Underneath this coal, we're going to go down 1 using black wool, down 1 using coal, to right using black wool, down using coal, to right using coal, and down using coal. And that is hair number 1, or left hair. So again, just give you a second to catch up if you need. Again, just go over it. 2 coal at the top, underneath that 2 black wool, underneath that 2 coal, to left 1 with black wool, down 1 with coal, to right 1 with black wool, down diagonal to left with black wool, down 1 with coal, to right 1 with black wool, down with coal, to right 1 with coal, down 1 with coal. So, for the right side now, underneath the 2 coal, we're going to place 2 black wool. Underneath that, we're going to place 2 coal. To right of the coal, we're going to place 1 black wool. We're then going to go down 1 using black wool, and 1 to the left using coal. We're then going to go down diagonal to right, so underneath this black wool, we're going to place 1 coal. Underneath that, we're going to place 1 black wool. We're going to go to the left 1 and down 1 using black wool. Then to the left 1 and down 1 using coal. So as you can see, slightly different shapes there. Or should I say, slightly different design. It's the same shape, but just a different pattern on each side. And again, it's made up of black wool and coal. So that is the 3D hair effect. Again, that is built on top, not under. And that is the front of the statue complete. So again, just backing up one last time, giving you guys the opportunity to pause if you want to. That is what it should look like. So now we've got the base of the front done, we can now move on to the sides. So we're going to come down to the bottom left corner, to this white stained clay here, and we're going to start working on the left side of the leg. Now the materials you're going to need for this is simply white stained clay and light grey stained clay. And what we're going to do is extend 1, 2, 3 to the left on the side of the leg. So the side of the leg is 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. However, this is the 4th row here, and then we've got 3 blocks empty. We're only going to be placing 3 blocks on each row because the 3 plus 1 equals 4, and then we'll have our 12 by 4. So, what we're going to do is as simple as this. On the left side, we're going to build up 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in total, that is now 7 tall. For row to the right of it, so the second row, we're going to build up 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be currently 2 blocks taller than the far left corner. And the third and final layer, we're going to build up 10. So it'll be 1 layer above the other layer. So, as you can see here, it is currently 7, 9, and 10. So when I say 10, I should have said build up 9, so that was my mistake. So it's up 6, up 8, and up 9. And then in total, it'll be 7, 9, 10. Apologies there, I believe I said up to build up 10, but then that would be 11. So we want 7, 9, 10 in total, and from the original one, we want to build up 6, 8, and 9. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do here is, on the far left corner, on top of here, we're going to build 1 light grey stained clay. On top of this, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3 using white stained clay, and then 1 light grey stained clay, and that will be the first row complete. That's up to the same height as you can see there. For the other 2 rows, what we're going to do is place 3 light grey stained clay. So we place 1 there, we go up 1 and to the right 1, and on top of that we place 2 white stained clay, and it brings you up to the top, and that is your 12 by 4. So as you can see, this is what it looks like from the side angle, and then from a head-on angle. Again, it is 12 blocks tall, 4 blocks wide, and underneath this light grey stained clay, there is 7 white stained clay, 9 and 10. And then there's a 3 block gap there, and of course that's already done. So the good news is, the right leg is the exact same. So if you want to copy that over, again, and mirror it, you are more than welcome to do so. However, I will go over it and explain nevertheless. So, coming around to the right side now, what we're going to do is, again, expand it 1, 2, 3 to the right using white stained clay. Same logic applies, it is a 12 by 4. 4th row is already done, so we're only placing 3 blocks on each row. So again, what we're going to do is, on the first block, which is this one here, we're going to build up 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For the next one, we're going to build up 8, so 1 block less. And then for the next one, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, we have this same pattern. On top of the third layer, we're going to place 1 light grey stained clay. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, and then place another 1 on top. In this gap here, you know what to do. Place 1 light grey, go up 1 and to the left 1, and on top of that, place 2 white stained clay, and that brings us up to the top and gives us a pattern which looks like this. It looks very familiar because the other side is, of course, the exact same. So essentially, what it is just plain leg, plain skin tone with a bit of detail of like muck, grime, just general like details, wrinkles. It could mean whatever. It's just a bit of detail. And from a side angle, you can see that it looks like this. It's starting to look kind of nice. So what we're going to do now is the side of the arms. But to do that, we need to build a platform. So what we're going to do is come around to the rear side of the statue, and we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 all the way back using grey wool all the way across. So if you come below, you'll notice it's a 4x4 square, and that gives you a platform on both arms. So we're going to do this for both arms, as I just said. So bring it 1, 2, 3 all the way back, all the way across. It gives you a 4x4 platform, and a platform which we're going to use for the side of the arms. So I'm currently at the left side of the left arm, and we're going to work on this one first. So as you can see, the first layer is 3 grey wool, 1 cyan. Again, working from left to right. The second layer is 1 cyan, 2 white stained clay. The third layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 grey wool, and 1 cyan. The next layer is 1 grey wool, 2 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 white stained clay and 2 cyan. The layer after that is 1 cyan, 2 grey. Then we have 1 grey, 1 white, 1 cyan. 2 layers of 3 white stained clay. And then we have a layer of 1 white, 1 light grey, 1 white. Second to last layer is 1 white, 2 light grey. And then the final layer is 3 white stained clay. And again, that is 12 by 4. Looks like this from the side, and then from the angle like this. So again, it's essentially 7 layers of chains and skin, and then 5 layers of just skin. The other side, again, exact same. So we're going to come around to the right side, and we have this platform which consists of 1 cyan, 3 grey. The second layer, we have 2 white stained clay and 1 cyan. The third layer, 1 cyan, 1 grey, 1 white stained clay. The next layer is 2 white, 1 grey. The layer after that is 2 cyan, 1 white. Then we have 2 grey, 1 cyan. The next layer is 1 cyan, 1 white, and 1 grey. The next 2 layers is white stained clay. The next layer is 1 white, 1 light grey, 1 white, 2 light grey, 1 white, and then 3 white, and that will bring you up to the top. Again, 12 by 4, that's what it looks like from the front, and then from the side. So, making really, really good progress. As you can see here, from the side angle, looking super, super cool. Maybe that's me being a tad biased, because I designed it, but again, I really do like it. So, what we're going to work on now, if you come around to the rear side, you'll see it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit incomplete, and that's what we're going to work on finishing up right now. So, The back of the legs is 12 by 8, 12 tall, 8 wide. However, row here equals 2, which means we're only placing 6 on each row because 6 plus 2 equals 8, and that just proves I'm a maths genius and I should be studying at Harvard right now. I don't actually know what Harvard is. I believe it's like the top university in America. Kind of put myself on the spot there. But, anyways, what we're going to do, the first 2 layers is white stained clay. So it will link together perfectly, like so. Then, starting from left to right again, we're going to go 1 light grey, 1 white, 2 green, 1 white, and 1 light grey. What we're going to do is we're going to do that 4 more times. So we go light grey, white, 2 green, white, light grey, white, 2 green, white, light grey, white, 2 green, white, light grey, and then finally light grey, white, 2 green, white, light grey. As you can see here, it will now look like this. What you're then going to do is the 2 whites either side, you're going to punch them out, and you're going to replace with lime. So 2 lime on either side, and it will look like this. And for the layer, I guess it kind of caps it off. You do 1 white, 1 green, 2 lime, green, and white. So, as you can see, currently looks like this, and is 8 blocks tall. The 9th layer is 1 light grey, 1 green, 2 green wool, 1 green, and 1 light grey. And the next layer is the exact same. So light grey, green, 2 green, 1 green, and 1 light grey. Hopefully, again, you can distinguish. I mean green stained clay, 2 green wool, 1 green stained clay. The next layer is 1 light grey, 1 green wool, 2 green stained clay, 1 green wool, and 1 light grey. And the final layer of the body, or of the legs should I say, is 2 black wool, 2 green, and 2 black wool. And that is again a 12 by 8, and that is the rear side of the legs. So if you want to pause here, again, you are more than welcome to do so. And now what we're going to do is start working on the rear of the body, which in a sense is very, very plain because we're going to be covering it with hair. So for the rear of the body, what we're going to do, we're going to start off on the first layer, which is 2 black, 4 white, and 2 black. So 2 black wool, 4 white stained clay, 2 black wool, and it will link both sides of the hands together. The second layer is 1 black wool, 6 white stained clay, and 1 black wool. And then this is where things get a tad easier. What we're going to do is just build up 10 layers of white stained clay. So we're just going to build up. I'm going to build up randomly. I'm too lazy to count. And just link it across to the front side or the top of the front side of the body. So just build all the way across and then build down and make a 10 by 8 of white stained clay. So 10 layers of solid 8 white stained clay. Now the reason we're going to be doing this, and it's not because like her back is completely empty and full of nothing, we're going to be covering it with a layer of hair, and of course I like making the hair 3D because it makes more sense, but also it looks nicer. So as you can see, it is 12 tall, 8 wide. The first 2 layers is black and white, and then the remaining 10 layers is white stained clay. So what we're going to do for the hair is we're going to start on the bottom layer, so the first layer of the body, and all we're going to need is coal and black wool. So we come to the first layer, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th and 5th block we're going to place 2 coal. We're then going to go up diagonal to left 1, 2, 3 times, and same for the right, 1, 2, 3, using coal. So essentially what we're going to be doing here is a layer by layer. So the first layer again is 2 coal. The second layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The third layer is 1 coal, 4 black wool, 1 coal. And then the final layer of this little like V shape here is 1 coal, 3 black wool, 1 coal, and 2 black wool. From here, we'll be doing it layer by layer. So the next layer, starting here, is 4 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. There'll be a 1 block gap here. The layer after that is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, 1 coal. Again, there'll be a block gap right here. The next layer, again starting on the left side, is 3 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 coal. Again, backing up a bit just so you can see it. The next layer, we're going to leave a 1 block gap here, and we're going to place 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal. The next layer, again, leaving a 1 block gap, we're going to place 1 coal, 4 black wool, 1 coal, and then there'll be a 1 block gap right here. So that layer is only 6 wide. The layer after that, we're going to start on the left side again. So no gap, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 3 coal. And again, now there's a 2 block gap right here. The next layer is 7 coal. So starting from here, 7 coal blocks. And the 1 block gap on the end. And then the final row is 8 blocks of coal. So the reason why it's like solid coal at the top is because that's where the hair is the darkest, and then as it gets down it like gradients and fades, if that makes any sense. So in total the hair is 12 tall and covers an 8 wide area, and then there's like small areas where it doesn't cover, so that's why we put the, I guess, 12 by 8 of white behind it, so that you didn't have empty gaps. But that is what it looks like. As you can see from the bottom, this is the first layer, the 4th and 5th block is coal, and then it just goes up from there. So that is the back of the body complete. Now we can do the back of the arms, and then ultimately move on to the shoulders. So, starting on the back of the right arm, in this case it's our left, again same logic applies, 12 by 4, first layer is already done, so 3 blocks in each row. So, the first layer is 4 grey wool, that's already done, perfect. The next layer, and I'm going to clean my inventory up a bit here, there we go, is 2 grey wool and 1 cyan. The third layer is 1 cyan, 1 grey wool, and 1 white stained clay. And the fourth layer is 2 white stained clay and 1 cyan. The next layer is 2 cyan and 1 white stained clay. And the next layer is 2 white stained clay and 1 grey wool. Next we're going to do 1 grey wool and 2 cyan. Again, that is currently 7 blocks tall. For this part, again, we're going to need our white stained clay and our light grey. So it is 1 white stained clay and 2 light grey. The next layer is 1 light grey and 2 white stained clay. The 10th layer is 2 white stained clay and 1 light grey. The 11th layer is 3 white stained clay. And then the 12th and final layer is 1 light grey, 1 white, and 1 light grey. And that is the rear of the right arm. As you can see, again, 12 by 4. So, what we're going to do now is the rear of the left arm. So we're going to transition smoothly over to the rear of the left arm. And again, starting at the bottom, the first layer is 4 grey. The second layer is 1 cyan, from left to right again, 1 cyan, 2 grey. The third layer is 1 white stained clay, 1 grey, 1 cyan. The next layer is 1 cyan, 2 white. The layer after that is 1 white, 2 cyan. We then have 1 grey, 2 white. The next layer is 2 cyan, 1 grey. And then we're back to our white and light grey. The next layer is 2 light grey, 1 white. We then have 2 white, 1 light grey. Next is 1 light grey, 2 white. A row of 3 white, and then the final layer is 1 light grey, 1 white, and 1 light grey. So again, it's the exact same as the other side, just mirrored over, and that is what it looks like. Again, both arms being 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. So that leaves us with just the shoulders before we move on to the body, or onto the head. We've already done the body. So what we're going to do is come around to the front side here, as you can see, and we're going to start off on the left shoulder. So left shoulder, we've already got this first row, which is 1 white stained clay, 3 light grey. The second layer, we're going to place 1 white stained clay, so it's 2 white, and then we're going to place 2 light grey. And then for the third layer, we're going to place 2 white and 1 light grey. So it gives you a little transition over to here. So you start off with lots of light grey, and then it fades into just 1. And we've got the random one over here. Now we're going to replicate this on the other side now. So what we're going to do, starting from left to right, the first layer is 3 light grey, 1 white. Second layer, we're going to do 2 light grey, and then a white. So 2 light grey, 1 white, and then the third layer is 1 light grey and 2 white. Again, it gives you a little transition colour, as you can see right there. So this is what it looks like from the top view, and we're going to do a little spin around. So before we move on to the actual head, we're going to do a full on spin around to give you guys opportunity to pause, catch up if you need to. and ultimately make sure that you haven't gone wrong anywhere along the line, because that would be really bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to a specific part. I'm not going to chuck out the white stained clay because I need that. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to state this is the front of the legs. This is the front of the legs. I'm going to state how big they are. So it's 12 tall, 8 wide. I'm also going to state this would be a good opportunity to pause, but I'm not going to say that every single time because it will drive you mad, it will drive me mental, and ultimately that's not a good combo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys like a 3 or 4 second, no, that's probably too long, 2 or 3 second gap for you to hit the pause button on your YouTube player or on the screen, whatever you want to do, however you pause the video, just pause it and continue from there, unpause the video when you're ready to move on. Now, ultimately, the best thing would be for me to sit here for 10 minutes and let you do it, but that would cheese off everyone else who doesn't want to pause at that minute. So again, just take advantage of the pause button and go from there. So, this is the front of the legs. It is 12 tall and 8 wide. This is the front of the body. It is, again, 12 tall and 8 wide, and in the front of each arm, 12 tall, 4 wide. Now, what I'll do here is I'll also smack a picture of the alternative version, where it's got grey and stone on. So this is the body with the grey and stone, and then also the legs with the grey and stone. So, going around to the left side, this is the left side of the leg, 12 by 4. And the left side of the arm, again, 12 by 4. Going around to the right side, we have the right side of the leg, again, 12 by 4. And the right side of the arm, you guessed it, 12 by 4. Going around to the rear side now, we have the rear side of the legs, 12 by 8. And again, I'll put a picture on here to show you what it looks like if you're using the grey instead of the green. And then the rear of the body, 12 by 8, with the rear of each arm, 12 by 4. To finish up our little tour, we've got the shoulders, which is 16 wide and 4 thick. And the middle part doesn't really matter what you put there because it's going to be covered up by the head. But the 4x4 either side, as you can see here, have got the gradients of the light grey and white stained clay. So that is pretty much it. That wraps it all up. That is our little like spin around. And that'll be the final spin around of the body for this video. So if you have got any mistakes, please go back in the video, see where things have gone wrong. If it still doesn't turn out great, then let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try and offer as much support as possible. Please do consider again, though, I am one person, and there's like 50,000 of you guys, which is crazy to think about, but consider that I might not be able to reply straight away for that reason, because there might be potentially 50 other thousand people asking the same question. So, with that said, let's begin working on the head. So, we're going to start at the front side. Come to the top left corner of the shoulders, and we're going to count 5 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th block, which should be this green wall here, we're going to place a coal and bring it 2 forwards. We're going to do the exact same on the right side now. So we go to the right side and we count 5 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on this green wall here, we're going to place a coal and bring it 2 forwards. Then what we're going to do is link them together. So there should be a 6 block gap in between. In between the first layer, we're going to place 6 white stained clay. And then for the second layer, we'll place 2 light grey, 2 white, and 2 light grey. And that'll give you an 8x2 overhang, as you can see here. And that is the front overhang of the face. And we're now going to do a side overhang, or should I say a rear overhang, for the rear of the head. So, coming around to the left side of the head, what we're going to do is expand 2 blocks backwards using black wool and then 3 coal. And we're going to do the exact same on the other side. So we bring it back 2 black wool and 3 coal. And that will give you a 2 block overhang on the rear side of the head. Now the first layer you don't have to do anything because it's going to be covered up by the 3D hair effect. But for the outer layer, which you will be able to see, what you're going to need to do from left to right, we've got the original coal, we place 1 more, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, and 2 coal. And it will link up to the 3rd coal, which is right there. And that will give you your 8x2 overhang of the rear side. You can't really see the first layer because it's like hidden behind here. But just let's say it's there. Most importantly though, what that gives you is a 8x8 square. So as you can see here, this is an 8x8 square, and this is our template for the head. From here, we can basically mark out where everything goes. So front side, face, left side, right side, rear side. And we're going to start on the front side, aka the face. So what we're going to do is starting on the second layer, the first layer already done is 1 coal, 2 light grey, 2 white, 2 light grey, 1 coal. The second layer, starting from left to right, is 1 black wool, 1 quartz, 1 red stained clay, 2 white stained clay, 1 red stained clay, 1 quartz, and 1 black wool. The third layer is 1 coal, 1 quartz, 1 red wool, 2 white stained clay, 1 red wool, 1 quartz, and 1 block of coal. The next layer is 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 white stained clay, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. And that is the 4th layer, and that, as you can see, shows her eyes. The next layer is 4 black wool, 1 coal, and 3 black wool. The next layer is 3 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal. The layer after that is 2 black wool, 2 coal, 4 black wool. And then the final layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, and 2 coal. And that is an 8x8 square, as you can see here, and that is the front of the face. Now, there are some 3D effects that we're going to be adding to the front, but we'll come back to that later on, because I don't want to throw you guys off for the sides, because it becomes a bit more difficult to explain the sides if we have random 3D effects coming off of it. So for now, this is the front of the face. It is again 8x8, and we're now going to start working on the left side. So again, the left side is just hair in this case, and it's going to be out of black wool and coal, so you can pretty much get rid of the rest of the blocks. And the reason why I've decided to make it so detailed and complicated is just to make it look nice, ultimately. If you made it black wool, that's fine, it would work just as well, but adding a bit of coal in there just adds a bit of detail, a bit of texture, makes it look super, super cool. So, what we're going to do, first layer already done, is 3 coal, 2 black wool, 3 coal. Starting from left to right again, the second layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool. The third layer is 3 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool. The next layer is 1 coal, 3 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 coal. The layer after that is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, black wool, and coal. The 6th layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool. The 7th layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal. And the 8th and final layer is 4 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. So that is the left side of the head. I'll give you guys a second to pause here if you want. We're going to go around to the right side now and work on that. And it's very, very similar. I'm not going to say it's the exact same because I can't remember off the top of my head, but it is incredibly similar. So, coming around to the right side now, what we're going to do, again, left to right, the first layer is 3 coal, 2 black wool, 3 coal. The second layer is 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The third layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, and 3 coal. The next layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool, and 1 coal. The layer after that is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, black wool, coal, black wool. Next row is 3 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The 7th layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 coal. And the 8th and final layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, whoops, that's awful placement, and 4 coal. So as you can see, right side of the head, again 8x8. I can't remember off the top of my head, I believe it is the exact same, but I can't remember if it is the exact same as the left side 100%, but again, it must be very, very similar. So, coming around to the rear side of the head now, second to last side. Again, it is an 8x8, however it's a U shape at the moment. We'll be filling in the middle rows. Again, each row will be 6 blocks because 1 plus 1 equals 2, and overall 6 plus 2 equals 8. So that will give us our 8x8. The first row already done again is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 3 coal. The second layer is 2 coal, 2 black wool, and 2 coal. The third layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool, and that's the third layer. The fourth layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 3 black wool. The next layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The layer after that is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 coal. The 7th layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool. And the 8th and final layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, and 4 coal. So that is the rear side of the head, again 8 by 8. And the final side, which is of course the top side, is what we're going to work on right now. So we're going to come around to the front side of the face and work on it from the front view. The rear layer, already done, again, is 5 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal. Now we're going to work layer by layer coming forwards. So the second layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, coal, black wool, and then the coal here. The first and last layer is already done, so I guess I won't say it. The next layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool. Again, I'll fly up just so you can see. The layer after that is 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. The next layer is 2 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, and 1 coal. The next layer is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. And the last but not least layer is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, and 1 black wool. And that is the top of the head. As you can see, that is an 8 by 8, and that is it complete. So, as I mentioned earlier, we're not quite done yet. We are going to add some 3D effects to the face. So, these 3D effects are going to require black wool, coal, and yellow stained clay. So, if you watch the film, you'll know that Enchantress has a little, like, I guess it's not really a U shape, it's like a moon almost, a crescent shape on her head as like a crown or a tiara almost. And we're going to be building that. So what we're going to do is come to the bottom left corner of the face, to this coal, and we're going to go up 1. Here, we're going to place a black wool, and this is a 3D effect. So again, build it on top, not into. On top of this, we're going to place 1 black wool. On top of that, 1 coal. And then we're going to go to the right one using coal. We're then going to go up 1 using black wool. The next layer, on top of this, starting on the far left, we're going to go 1 coal, 1 black wool, 3 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal. And there will be a 1 block gap on the right. The next layer, again starting on the far left, is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 black wool. So that will take up the entire row. That will be 8 wide. The next row is 1 coal, 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 yellow stained clay, 1 coal, 2 black wool. The next row, we're going to leave a 1 block gap. We're going to place 1 black wool, 1 yellow stained clay, 2 black wool, 1 yellow stained clay, and 1 coal. And then, on top of each yellow stained clay, we're going to go up 1. So we place 1 yellow stained clay on top of the other, and that will give you something that looks like this. So, theoretically, that is Enchantress. However, I didn't stop there, because I knew that a lot of you guys who watched the movie would be annoyed at me, and I'd be annoyed at myself, to be honest, if I didn't include this. In the movie, you can see when she's at the final point, I can't remember if it's like all throughout she has this, but she has a little like headrest, not headrest, no, I'm trying to look of the, think of the actual proper word, but she's got that massive round like sundial thing around her head. Again, I'm just going to say headpiece on her head. So we're going to be building that. So what we're going to do is come to the left side of the head and come to the 3rd block in from right. So from the left side, it's the 6th block. So this one here, this coal block, and we're going to go up 2. So 1 and 2. And on the 3rd block, which should be this coal, we're going to place 1 grey wool. From here, what we're going to do is build up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's now a pillar of 8 grey wool. We're going to do the exact same now on the right side. So we go to the bottom left corner on the right side. We count 1, 2, and on the 3rd row, and then we go up 1, 2 to this coal block here and place a grey wool and bring it up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should be 2 blocks taller than the head. And as you can see here, it looks like she now has 2 pillars on the side of her head. We're going to start on the left side here. So don't worry about the right side for now. Worry about the left side. What we're going to do is at the very bottom, we're going to go down diagonal to left and then up diagonal. So we're using grey wool, so we go down diagonal and then up diagonal and then up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go up diagonal to right and up 1. Now in this gap here, which should be 5 tall, we're going to place 1 light grey, 1 grey, one light grey, one grey, and one light grey. And that is the left side of the headpiece. We're going to repeat this on the right side now. So we go over to the right side, and underneath this we're going to go down diagonal to right, and then up diagonal to right. From here we're going to go up 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go up diagonal and up 1, and it will link together like this. As you can see in this gap here, again, which should be 5 tall, we're going to place one light grey, one light grey, grey, and one light grey. And you'll have two sides which look like this. Right now they look kind of cool. They kind of look like, I guess, like angel wings coming off the side of her head almost, even though they're grey and looking very demonic and witch-like. I don't know. And then we're going to link them together in the middle because her headpiece is rounded around her head. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up diagonal. So from the left side we go up diagonal to right one, and then up diagonal again. And on the right side we're going to do the exact same. So we go up diagonal to left one, and then up diagonal. We link them together in the middle. So there's a 2 block gap in the middle. It will now be 4 wide, and it looks like this. And this is the outer frame. So in this area here, which I'm marking out with grey wool, and all the gap above it is all going to be part of the headpiece. So the first layer of this build is 1 grey wool, 1 stone, 1 grey wool, 1 light grey, stone, grey, stone, grey. So that's the first layer. The second layer is 1 light grey, 2 grey, stone, light grey, grey, grey again, and a light grey. And then the final layer is light grey, 2 grey, light grey. So that is the headpiece. Once you've done that, that is the statue complete. It's as easy as that. I say easy. This is a really, really long tutorial, and my voice is killing me, but I really do hope you enjoyed. So that is the statue complete. As I said, I'm going to do a little spin around, show off the head and the little like headpiece. It's going to annoy me so much not knowing the actual proper term for that, so I'll Google it afterwards. If I forget, let me know down in the comments below if you know yourself. And also let me know what you thought of Suicide Squad, because this is like the second video I've uploaded after seeing Suicide Squad. First I did Deadshot, and I actually redesigned him because of seeing the film. And I didn't think originally Enchantress was going to be as much of an important character, which is why I didn't really design her. But without saying any spoilers, I was extremely wrong. So if you haven't seen the film, go see it. As much as the critics say it was awful, and as much as a few of my friends say it was awful, I really, really enjoyed it. And I don't know why, but I did. I really enjoyed it. There was elements I didn't like, but I thought overall it was a really good film. So it's definitely worth a watch if you're old enough to watch it. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate if you leave a rating below. If you leave a like, please feel free to do so. If you leave a dislike, the button's right there. Please let me know down in the comments below why you left a dislike. You don't have to, but again, I love criticism, constructive criticism, and let me know what you didn't like about it and what I could do better. That's always great. Really do appreciate that. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Gummy, and goodbye. Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you?